So in this episode, I want to share how I practiced English. So I came to the US from Japan at the age of 23 and I didn't speak English. I didn't understand what native English speakers were saying and I couldn't build simple sentences. So I was like really surprised because I had 6 years of English education in Japan, right? And then I came here, I'm in Hawaii, so I came to the US and I was really surprised that I didn't even understand one word in classes at Lassen College. So I really practiced my English after that, realizing how bad my English was at that time. So I'm gonna share 3 things that I started doing. So the first thing I actually did was the most painful part, which is to do the dictation and shadowing using a movie. And I picked my favorite movie, which was Friday. Do you know Friday? Friday has in Friday there are Chris Tucker and Ice Cube and all that, and it takes place in Compton, California. So I really wanted to know what they were saying, and I memorized all the sentences and phrases and all the slang in that movie, taking 1.5 years. So I did the dictation and the shadowing, and I still remember a lot of sentences from the movie. So I really practiced. So that was really painful because they were speaking really fast in the movie, right? Just imagine Chris Tucker, he speaks really fast, right? So I was like, I don't understand anything, right? But that was good that I started with it because I got through the most painful experience first and everything became easier later. So I was doing a lot of dictation and shadowing. My recommendation is to stick with one thing, just one movie, and then try to memorize every single sentence in that movie. The second thing I was doing, that I was looking for every opportunity to be able to speak with local people. So when I moved to the US from Japan, I picked a very small town in California. I called the community college there from Japan and then asked, how many Japanese students do you have? The person who answered the phone said, we don't have any Japanese students now. So I'm like, okay, so this is the college I want to go to. So I went there, and of course, the village or the town is really small, and there were like 2 Japanese ladies in town. No, 2 Japanese ladies and 1 Japanese man. So you see only 3 people in the town, and I put myself into the situation where I had to speak English every single day. So I started speaking English as much as possible in the community. So I play piano. So I started playing piano in the community, and people asked me to play piano for their band or group, and I ended up in like 6 different groups in the town playing piano for those people. And I also went to local library and I did a like volunteer work, and I was tutoring at college. I'm good at math. I love math and music. So teaching math was easy because I was able to communicate with people through numbers, right? I just write down the numbers and formulas, and then they understand what I was trying to say, right? So that's what I did. I tutored math, especially statistics and math and chemistry and biology, all the science stuff. So I was doing a lot of it. And when I was taking classes at the college, I went to every office hour that the instructors provided. And then I went to their offices and then just sat there and then doing the homework. And then when I have a question, I just asked the instructor there. So I was spending a lot of time with the instructors and in the community too. So that's something I was doing. So first, dictation, right? Dictation with the real material, like Friday. And the second one is that I was in the community communicating with local people there. And the third thing was that I actually spent some time searching online to learn the phrases and words. I was carrying a small notebook like this every time I went out, and then when I hear something that I don't know, I just write down and then ask or check online. But at the same time, I was trying to learn more words and phrases, so I was searching on the web and checking out different websites to learn the different phrases and words. So I was doing a lot of stuff, but I feel like I can categorize my activities into three things. So dictation, shadowing, and talking with local people. So outputting, right? Outputting what I learned here. And then the third one is to learn, build my words and phrase knowledge. So those are the things that I was doing. So I hope this will help you to learn English, because it's really hard. I mean, learning a new language is very, very hard. Like, especially coming from Japan, Japanese and English are almost opposite, right? Structure-wise and pronunciation-wise, I feel like everything is opposite. Now that I'm in Hawaii, I feel like I'm in between Japan and the US for some reason, culture-wise. But when I was on the mainland, like California, I felt like everything is opposite. The way that people think in the US was pretty much opposite from how Japanese think and process, right? So I felt that it was very, very hard for me to learn English because everything is opposite. So, but I feel like I was able to get through all the process because one, I was in a complete English environment because I put myself into that situation from the beginning. So at the beginning, it was really, really hard, but I feel like I got through the most painful moment and that got me through. And then I was able to improve a lot after that. So don't avoid any uncomfortable situation, or don't avoid anything that's like painful or very, very difficult and challenging, because everything will become easier after that. Okay, so please let me know if you have any questions. And if you are a Japanese person who is trying to learn English pronunciation, I have lots of materials for you. So first, go through my 3-day lesson that's in the description box and learn the dynamics of English pronunciation. So I focus on teaching air, vibration, and energy usage in English pronunciation, because they are very, very different from Japanese. And I learned a lot of like mouth shape or tongue position and IP and all that like phonetic stuff. I even studied or majored in linguistics at UCLA, but my English somehow still sounded like Japanese. And even after I learned all the basics like linking reduction, stress patterns, and intonation, all that, my English didn't sound like English. And I found out that I needed to work on air, vibration, and energy in my voice. And I will teach you how to get those three things so that your English will become natural. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later.